welcome back to Cooking with Recipes. I'm Beth, Keith is behind the camera. Tonight, we're having a Japanese steakhouse kind of night, sort of ish.
Without the steak.
Without the steak? No, that's not true. We're having a good tuna steak.
Ah, okay.
Amazing. So the first thing though I'm gonna make, and I don't know about you guys, but I really love the sauces that I get on the hibachi tables. So I thought I would go ahead and make one for the vegetable stir fry that we're gonna do a little bit later, and I'm gonna do it with zucchini and baby portobellos, and then Keith is gonna do the amazing tuna steak, and it's a nice one. But first thing I'm gonna do is I toasted about a tablespoon of sesame seeds. When I toast them, I just literally do them like I would about the same heat that I would use to do for eggs. Eggs is a perfect example. Not something that's gonna like brown them really fast, but something that's gonna put a little color on them. Let them release a little bit of their oils. Next, and this is essential because this is the mustard sauce. So I am using a whole 2 tablespoons of dry mustard. Yum. I have a whole 4 tablespoons. I use light soy sauce. You can use either. I like soy sauce though. This was a surprise. I'm using half a cup of heavy cream. I know. I was really shocked at it too. I looked at this isn't any particular steakhouse's steak sauce. It just is, I don't know, I guess normal recipe. But this is my favorite, and I'm gonna turn it around and show you my honey. We have a friend who has honeybees, and they make the most amazing honey. And
it is. I eat it by the tablespoon.
we do. I'm surprised we're not out of it already.
Well, they've got plenty more for sale.
Right? So that's 2 tablespoons of honey. Remember my little trick. Spray your spoons first and it'll come out clean. And there we have it. So I'm just gonna zhuzh this all together. There's literally no salt, no pepper. All the flavor is in all the seasoning. And this might be a little thick with the heavy cream. We might thin it out just a little bit, but we'll see. It's got a few lumps in it. Let's taste. A little taste. Ooh. Ooh, I like it. It's very smooth because of the cream. I do think I want some pepper, but I might put a little bit of gochujang in there just to add a tiny little bit of kick, or maybe just some red pepper flakes. I don't know. I have to think about it. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute in the fridge, cool off and chill while I start prepping the veg. See you in a minute. Welcome back, guys. All I'm doing is cutting veg. But we're excited because they're from our garden. So unfortunately not the mushrooms and the onions. We have to pick and choose because of the size of the beds that we have and the space that we have around our house. What are we going to choose to grow? And we definitely choose to grow squashes. They grow pretty well in our area. Tomatoes grow really well. Lots of herbs grow really well. So tonight, that's what I'm gonna work on. And we're using a zucchini out of our garden. This is actually one of our first zucchinis. We've had a couple of zucchini dishes, and one of our yellow squashes, yummy. And I'm just going to cut these up. This is gonna be more like a stir fry. So I'm doing larger size pieces. A little less than 1 inch thick. And we're going to do the same thing. As I get a little bit further down the neck, I'm gonna do larger slices, like just a little bit, slightly larger, because they're gonna cook a little bit slower. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my yellow squashes. I'm so excited we finally have food and veg to eat out of our garden.
I know, wintertime, well, we just need to expand our garden for winter to include some other things, that's all.
Yes, and I expect to this winter, now that we have more beds. For the onion, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna keep them kind of large. They cook a little bit nicer, but you don't want as many large bites. And I'm gonna do the same thing I'm doing here with the other half of all the vegetables. I just wanted you to go ahead and be able to see it. So, mushrooms, baby portobellos, you can literally use anything you want to. I do take the stems out just because in the stir fry they can tend to be a little bit woody. And I'm gonna keep these guys pretty large too. There we go. And the nice thing about these guys is they cook up and they absorb pretty much anything that you're cooking with, and we're gonna cook them with some soy sauce and sesame oil, but we'll get back to that in just a few minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish cooking up or chopping up my vegetables, and then we'll get ready to go and cook them up in just a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. Veggie time. So we have pure sesame seed oil, probably a teaspoon. I think I was a little heavy-handed because I can smell it. This is just vegetable oil, probably a tablespoon of that. There are a few sesame seeds left over from when I toasted, but that's it. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw these guys in. This is a pretty good heat because we want them to keep some of their, probably needed a bigger pan. Note to self. But I want them to get a nice little crisp on the outside without getting soggy on the inside. It's all of these vegetables, because of the size of that I cut them, should all cook at about the same rate. I'm gonna let them go literally for 2 minutes, stir them, let them go 2 more minutes, and then we're finishing them. Soy sauce, no big deal. And butter.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal because we don't normally cook with butter during the week, but I recognized after I read through a couple of different recipes, it really is something they finish their vegetables. And when you think about it, when I used to go to the hibachi table, remember that big bowl of butter they used to just go flat and cook like all their vegetables and the rice and everything?
Yeah, and that's why you can barely make it home. Because your system is not accustomed to that.
Okay,
I know that's TMI.
Secrets.
I know it's TMI, folks, but you've all experienced it. I'm not saying anything that's not true. You know it.
Anyways,
moving on.
So, yeah, I'm going to let these go for about 2 minutes. I am going to throw some salt and pepper on them, but not right away, because the salt is really going to dehydrate them, and that's not really what I'm going for. I'm really going for a nice little black outline, and then salt in the middle, but not mushy. Come on back.
Hey guys, time to grill the tuna. So what I did, it's going to go on the skillet that's on the grill here. I brought the temperature up to 500. I come with some canola spray. I always spray this. I know it shouldn't really stick, but I spray it anyway. Put a good amount of spray on it. I just let it shut for a few seconds. That temperature is not going to drop. You see it immediately start to come back to 5 minutes. What we're going to do is 2 minutes, flip it, put some more of the soy vey on it, 2 minutes, and it comes off. And that's it, because salmon, you still want it kind of rare in the middle.
Tuna.
Did I say salmon?
You said salmon.
Sorry. Tuna, you want it rare in the middle. I don't like my salmon rare in the middle. I hate when it's like that. So here we go. Make sure I got my blue towel. It's always hard to find. I'm just going to set this right here.
Oh, sizzle.
I'm going to say, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, because I get the big bee come in. She's setting for 2 minutes. Come back in 2 minutes. All right, guys, we're at 2 minutes. See that line right there? That's just searing nicely, caramelizing. We're just going to do a quick little flip. Oh, you see that? I'm gonna say we gotta put a little bit of the soy vey on here. Man, that's hot. It doesn't help that it's hot outside. I'm just gonna pour it. There's no brushing, it's hot.
I got the dinky little brusher.
Here. All right, let's say, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes. She did it, and in 2 minutes, we'll be back. Pull it off. Okay, guys, this is it. Literally 4 minutes is all that you need. We're gonna pull that off. Look how beautiful that is. You can tell it's still kind of tender in the middle. I'm gonna need to come back here and scrape off my grill, but it's nice and caramelized. It was literally 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, so that we leave it a little bit on the medium rare side on the inside. I think that should do it. We'll come back and do a taste test. Let's move in, finish off those vegetables, get ready to eat.
Veggie time! We're almost done. I did move them to a larger pan. I didn't have enough space for them to really caramelize. Some of them did. A couple of them got some good color, but I'm gonna go ahead. There we go. And now I'm gonna add the butter. This is probably 1.5 tablespoons of butter. I know.
Let's go with that.
Yes, don't worry. Hey, we're cooking at home. It's all good, right?
Okay.
So I'm just gonna let these guys melt into the butter and then add probably just a tablespoon, a nice splash around the pan of soy sauce. Oh yeah, look at that color, it's so pretty. You might as well be at hibachi.
There's nothing like having your own vegetables. I am so glad.
I just rhymed and you didn't even catch it.
Well, I'm sure I'll catch it when I edit. I'll give you some credit for it.
All right, these guys, we're taking them off. They're hot and sizzling.
Where are you going with them?
Well, I'm gonna leave them right here and just turn the pan on before I serve.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. See you in a minute. Time to eat. Okay. We share a steak. This thing is mammoth. So I'm just gonna take a piece.
Let's see what it looks like. How does it look? How did it come out? Oh!
Oh, I love it.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I do so I like it just cooked on the edges. Give me a little bit on the inside that's nice and pink.
Yeah, that's what you call that ahi seared tuna.
Yeah.
And again, we got that tuna from Costco. They have a great seafood program. And I actually used to work for a tuna fish company, so I know good tuna.
Yes. And then a lovely mound of veggie.
This is a really nice Tuesday night dinner. It's light. We have a heat advisory outside. It feels like temperature of 100 outside today.
And the heat index is 104.
And tomorrow is supposed to be 115. Love that.
Yeah.
All right, so now you get to taste.
Just a few little additions. Make it look pretty. A little extra sesame. Oh, that is mustard bath. Don't do that.
Woo! Glad that was your piece.
I didn't put any on. All right, I'm going in. It's perfect. It's cooked absolutely perfect.
Is it?
It's so good. Oh.
How's veggies?
Yummy. I do want the mustard sauce. Oh, I meant to mention, I let the mustard sauce stand. Remember I said I was gonna do add some gochujang? Don't do it. Let it stand. Only because the mustard really develops.
Okay.
So
makes it a little spicy?
It adds a little kick to the back of the throat.
Okay.
Which is what I like about it.
It's good?
Very lovely. This is a hit. Home run.
Okay, I want to come over and taste it. I'm coming. You guys, hold on. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, I had to come around because it just looked incredible.
It smells really good
So
too.
I'm going in. That is just, would you look at this? Look how perfectly that is cooked. The vegetables are still steaming. This was a meal that came together really fast too. Beth is gonna eat right here. We have to go sit down. All right, let me see. I gotta cut a little piece.
Right? So good.
That is perfect. Let me try some vegetables.
Try a little bit of, not too much. I know you got a little
Sensitive stomach.
pellet.
I like that.
Right?
That's not hot. Let me try that without anything.
You got the little kick though.
Yeah.
So good.
Not bad at all. Well, guys, I'm gonna tell you, for a Tuesday dinner, this is a hit. It's a success. Follow it because it turned out well. Vegetables from Little Acorn Farm. Good tuna, seared perfectly. Beth likes it. I like it. Guess what? We're gonna go eat. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.